6-game win streak, had 27 sacks. Add to those totals.
Hugh Charles in at running back, takes the handoff, and he gets collared and brought down across the 30-yard line at about the 32. Adam Bighill now takes a turn on that defensive line for the BC Lions.
He's 5'10", 230 pounds, so undersized linemen as they try and plug some holes. And let's not, you got to mention how important Karan Williams has been. In fact, probably their nominee for Defensive Player of the Year, him and Solomon Alamimian, and he's out.
2nd and 6, Ricky Ray taking a look, and now has Fritz. Oh, missed him. Stamps was there. Ray was hit hard at the end of the play. I want to have another look at that, because from our vantage point, that looked like Fred Stamps had a pretty good shot at that.
Well, I think he just flat dropped it.
Wow.
And you don't see this very often for Fred Stamps. He works his way all the way across the field, and I think the ball was right in his hands. That was a perfect throw. An absolute perfect throw from Ray as he, again, buys some time. He's done this pretty well tonight. As Chris Schultz talked about, looking to throw as he moves around in the pocket. He took a hit at the end of it. Couldn't have thrown it any better. That was just a misplay by Stamps.
Boy, you rarely see that. Pressure from the Lions. Duval gets it away, and it's Marco Iannuzzi trying to twist away the former Edmonton Husky. Taken down quickly after a 44-yard boot.
Shop it.
Ravenous Zombies, Sexy Witches, and Tracy Morgan watch the premiere of Scare Tactics, a show that pulls spine-chilling pranks on unsuspecting victims. Part of Halloween week on Much, Monday at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. The Hulksters in the building. Halloween at BC Place Stadium. 6-point Lion lead, ball at the 49-yard line. And there's Sean Gore with his 4th catch of the night. Trying to kick it outside and taken down at the 52. So a short pickup for Gore.
Marcus Howard is now subbing into the game, and don't be surprised to see Travis Lully go to the air on 1st down a little bit more, because they play with Ted Laurent, Etienne Legare in there, and they put a bigger lineup. They take Howard and Julius Williams out on 1st down. They've been doing that, the Edmonton Eskimos, the last couple of series. And then on 2nd down, then the pass rush specialist Marcus Howard comes back out.
Second and 6, pump and go. Looking for Kier Johnson. Chris Thompson with the interference. And his back turned the whole way and made contact before the ball arrived. The 11th pass interference call against the Eskimos secondary this year.
Yeah, surprising though against this one.
Edmonton number 29, automatic 1st down.
That's 2 surprises in a row from the Edmonton Eskimos. One, that Fred Stamps dropped what looked like a pretty easy catch for him, and this, that the veteran, that's a rookie mistake by a veteran defensive back to just run into him. Good block up front. We talked about Marcus Howard, and Ben Archibald runs him right into the pile. That allowed Travis Lully to get it out there in the first place and draw the flag.
Lions front has allowed 6 sacks in the last 8 games. Direct snap, Andrew Harris. And Harris battling and gets gang tackled. A late hit as Greg Peach. Was he pushed into the pile? Let's find out who this is going against.
Irv Farhan talked about the last time these 2 teams played, and a couple players getting thrown out of that game. And
after the play was over, major foul, unnecessary roughness, BC number 46. A 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the play. It will be 2nd down.
Rolly Lambala, the fullback.
Guys trying to take extra shots, and discipline, the key word here. Right in front of your screen. I think he's working on Greg Peach and gives him that extra shot, pushes him onto the pile, and that lack of discipline right there costs him 10 yards.
So 2nd and 20. What do you got in the playbook here? Lulay just dumps it off. Robertson makes the first man miss. Rob Davis will pull him down.
Well, what that does, though, is it gives Paul McCallum a more realistic chance, or at least takes a little pressure off him.
11-yard pickup, yeah, to get him into
decent field goal range. Not that Paul McCallum is bothered by pressure this year.
Anywhere on the field. What an extraordinary year it's been. 43 of 46 for Paul McCallum. And if he can get through the rest of the year with only one more miss, he will have the best regular season percentage in CFL history, better than Luis Bisaglia, who was 90.5 in 2000. And McCallum drills another. And it's back up to a 9-point BC lead. Well, for the 44th time this year, McCallum drills the field goal. The percentage gets even better.
Don't forget, back in October 8th against Calgary, what a game for Paul McCallum.
My kicking swing, not my golf swing.
Kicking leg like his golf swing. Smooth.
Average up to 93.6 on the season.
He must be a scratch or better golfer then.
There's Ray with the pitch and a catch from Fred Stamps. Took us a while to get over the drop by Stamps that was so uncharacteristic, and I mean, that one looked like an easy grab that he missed on the last series.
Yeah, and you know, good for Ricky Ray to go right back to him, you know, get that confidence back. Even the great players, even the stars, you know, they'll start to second guess or doubt a little bit. That was a routine catch that Fred Stamps dropped, and Ray goes right back to him in this series to just let him feel that football again. It was a big play too. It was been a deep play down the field.
You know, when we watched it again, you're wondering, did he take a look to make sure his momentum wasn't going to carry him out of bounds, and whether he was turning upfield before he secured the football? Guy who's 4th in the league and who was the best receiver in the league for the first month and a half before he got hurt. First down, pressure on, and that pass incomplete. Intended for Messam, but the heat was on as they sent pressure off the edge.
Anton McKenzie in coverage on Jerome Messam was in perfect position, almost impossible for Ray to try and get it in there. And that's the versatility that you can get with Anton McKenzie playing defensive end. He can just step out the field, and instead of rushing, they send Corey Banks instead. He goes off into coverage, takes the back.
These two defenses ranking 1 and 2 in points allowed this year. Ray over the middle. That catch is made by the man who has the touchdown tonight for Edmonton, Jason Barnes. A first down into the Lions' end of the field, a 13-yard pickup.
Kavis Reed talked about it, but it's a lot of blitz from the second level for the BC Lions. Jerome Messam's going to pick up James Yurchuk. He's coming, and so is Solomon Elamimium. It's well blocked, and right where the linebackers vacate, that's where Ricky Ray is going to throw the ball right in behind them.
There's Messam inside, and boy, they have stuffed him tonight. 9th carry for Jerome Messam. He had 18 prior to that run, and
maybe 17.
And it might be down to 17 as they're going to rule a loss of a half yard anyway. And Greg Voigt has been hurt, just returning to the offensive line of the Eskimos after missing the last 3. And Voigt getting attention. Guy who was anxious to get back into the lineup to help Messam hit 1,000. And right now, Jerome Messam still 19 yards away. So that will mean Patrick Kabongo will come back into the game. And in the absence of Voigt, Davis Reed saying Kabongo might have been their best offensive lineman for the last couple of weeks.
Greg Voigt gets all caught up here, and basically the pile, and Jerome Messam ends up going right over top of him. He's working on Eric Taylor, goes down there, and you can see Khalif Mitchell and Jerome Messam kind of over top of him, just to the right of your screen. He's staying down on the field.
There's big Patrick Kabongo back in. Boy, those defensive tackles have had a big night for the Lions, haven't they? Eric Taylor, Khalif Mitchell with a pair of sacks, and they have stuffed their old teammate Jerome Messam here so far tonight.
Well, it's also that rotation when they're all healthy, and if they can get them all on the roster at once. If you get Karan Williams back healthy, Brent Johnson away from baby time, and now you got Kareem Smith, Karan Williams, Eric Taylor, and Aaron Hunt back on the roster. That rotation at D-line, you know, that and Winnipeg, arguably best two in the league.
So Voigt up and laboring as he heads to the sidelines. How about the helmet gun? Defensive tackle. Going to need a new paint job after this game. So second and just over 10. Here they come. And Ray has to throw it away at the Eskimo bench. Anton McKenzie turned up the heat again.
They tried to go early motion, and that's Ricky Ray sending his receivers towards the line. Watch Ricky Barnes. See, he stops to the line, and then he's pointing right there at Corey Banks, saying Banks is going to blitz. Then he backs up, and then he goes. He knows Banks is blitzing. He's got the one-on-one on Ryan Phillips, but can't get open quick enough to give Ray a target.
Well, let's see if Damon Duvall can get the pin that he missed in the first half as he angles the punt, and this was a much better one. Flags down. If there's too many men on the field, big hit at the end of that play as Iannuzzi brings it up to the 20, and let's sort out the penalty. 43-yard kick by Duvall. There's too many men against the Lions.
Too many men on the field. BC, this is a 10-yard penalty. Third down will be repeated.
It's third, and it's going to be about a half yard. And does the big team go right back on the field?
They do, and Cavers Reed will go ahead and try and go get this first down.
Only Buono arguing with the official.
Got to be two returners back there. For there to be too many men.
Well,
there was only one returner. It was Marco Iannuzzi.
So did somebody get off the field late? The Lions don't think there was too many men on the field. And here's Joseph with not much on that surge. And is this enough on third and about a half yard?
We got to confirm that there was only one returner in Marco Iannuzzi.
It is enough for the first down.
And they get it just barely, but Wally Buono's still upset about that too many men call. Look to me, I counted 12, but once the officials on the sideline put their arms up, you can't exit the field or you get called, and maybe that was the case.
Well, we've asked the guys in the truck who looked at the replay again and said that nobody left the field. Ray for Stamps, and Stamps has got it. Turns it up, and Ted Cornegay drills him right at the first down chain. That's the final play of the third quarter. It's a 9-point Lion lead, but the Eskimos threatening when we start the fourth. Interesting fourth quarter. There are the numbers through 45 minutes.
Well, first of all, BC Lions defensively in kind of survival mode with the injuries that they've suffered throughout this game and last. So we'll see if Ricky Ray can take advantage of it. Seen a couple things from the Eskimos really uncharacteristic. A pass interference by Chris Thompson and a blatant drop ball by Fred Stamps, which you just don't see.
Well, it's turned into a defensive struggle, which shouldn't surprise, except for the fact that the Lions scored on their first two possessions. By the way, we went back, looked at the punt again. There were two back there, so we are now embargoing any further 13-man reference back to 2009 because now we can't count.
Yeah, the officials were right. Math has never been my thing. I don't know about you, but no. We went back and took another look at it, and there were 13 BC Lions on the field, and that was too many men. And the right call by the officials.
They're only allowed 12, right?
They are only allowed 12.
Okay. Second and short. Here's Messam again, and just the door gets slammed every time they hand it off to him.
And the only thing I question here, I know that Kavis Reed wants that balance. That's what he's preached the entire season, to make sure he doesn't abandon the run. I just wonder why they're sort of going against the strength of the Lion defense in the middle and trying pounding it in there rather than try and get Jerome Messam or Hugh Charles on the edge, more sweep type running play. And that, because that's where the injury situation, the injury issues are for the Lions.
Messam had 115 yards last week in Toronto. He's had a 139-yard game. Against the Lions, it's been feast and famine, 52 and 70 yards in 2 starts, -1 in another. Does have enough for the first down here, but getting yardage grudgingly here tonight.
Marcus Crandall's got a sweep on that page. A good idea to go with one of those.
And the big guy's got the speed to get around the edge, doesn't he?
He sure does.
First down from the 30. Messam releases. Ricky Ray's got Stamps in the end zone, and he can't bring it down. He took a quick look to see where the goalpost was. You wonder if that was enough to slow him up.
Well, we'll take a look. He's the inside receiver, little change motion as he becomes the wide receiver. Good move on Tad Cornegay, but Cornegay immediately after this play went right over to J.R. LaRose, the safety, and said, "You got to stay back." Missed opportunity for Ricky Ray, and he knows it. Wide open Fred Stamps and missed him by a few inches, but safety J.R. LaRose bit, came down low and left his halfback hanging out to dry.
So it's 2nd and 10. Pressure over the middle, and Darius Bowman the catch. And a big first down for the Eskimos at the 14-yard line.
And a good call to get a Darius Bowman on that dig route, because J.R. LaRose over after the last play getting caught shallow and almost giving up a touchdown to Fred Stamps. That time he bailed out deep, and that opened up the middle to a Darius Bowman.
So it's a first down, Edmonton. Out of the backfield was Messam, but it's batted down by Anton McKenzie. The designated import tonight did not start the game, but is playing a key role now for the Lions as the injuries mount.
Straight up the field, working on Chris Patrick. Good timing on the jump, and Messam had some room to run.
Second and 10 for the 14. Into the end zone again. He wants Stamps, and it's knocked down. Ryan Phillips makes the defensive play.
Two things Ryan Phillips does well here. Number one is he gets in that trail but stays confident, and as the ball arrives, he's not going to panic on one of the best receivers in the CFL in Fred Stamps. Stamps going to get in behind him, but no panic here from Ryan Phillips. Timing. He reads his eyes, and as he goes for the ball, he shoots that left arm out there to knock it down. Perfectly played at the top of the route for Ryan Phillips.
So from the 21, Duvall puts it through, and it's once again a 6-point Lion lead. 12:21 left, fourth quarter.
No competitor